Oh shit, I was muted. Excuse me. Hello. Greetings, Thralls. My name is Damian Ivory. I'm a vampire VTuber who does horror-related creative works, and I play games. Man, I talked to myself like so long before stream, and then the second I turned the camera on, I was like, what was I gonna say? This is my 3.0 redebut. This is me. Hold on. This is me. This is what I look like now. Hopefully I stick with it for a while, because I know what I'm like. I tend to not stick with these things for very long. Hopefully this time I'll actually last a year before I decide to go through another re-debut again. I might give him like more outfits to quench my thirst for constant redesigns at the very least. Yeah, I don't have a ton of features. I don't have a ton of features, and you'll find out why I don't have a ton of features, because this model was made in Vroid. And here's the thing, it's not impossible to make like a bunch of toggles in Vroid, but you do need help of an extra application that I was not able to get working. I'd ask how the audio is, but I'm gonna have to rely on myself real quick for that. Okay, the audio is fine. I think the audio is perfectly fine. So, smiley toggle. Frowny toggle. Angry boy. Angry vampire. Really happy toggle. Extra smiley. Sag. Surprised. And I can combine them. So we got fear. We got whatever this emotion is. We got maybe something's wrong with me. But nothing, that expression isn't quite as bad as this one, which I have labeled the creep expression. Yeah. Basically, I don't have unique expression toggles, so I just decided to combine some to make unique ones. And that's just something that I could do in VC Face, just out the get-go. Lulu, stop bothering me. My cat keeps hopping on the desk and being very distracting. Mind you, he could have gotten as much attention as he wanted from me before stream for like a few hours, but he was hiding from me and made me like kind of concerned over where he was. Because I couldn't find him in any of his usual hiding spots, because it's not unusual for him to like hide away for a bit. Cat, this is the worst possible way for you to try and get to the window. And he's on the top of my chair now. And I'm gonna have to reset position. Yeah. Man, I had a whole spiel. I swear. Oh, hi, Access! You're not showing up in Twitch chat for me. I don't know why. But that's inconvenient. Oh. Why are only one of you showing up? Why is only like the Twitch chat part of Twitch chat and not my YouTube widget showing up? Hello? Oh shit. Where the fuck? Where? Okay, I guess we're not using Twitch chat today. It's being fucky with me. I don't know why. Yeah, high access. We're going to start with dreaded PowerPoint. It's not going to be about lore, it's going to be about just character design. Actually, no, scratch that. We're not starting with the PowerPoint. We're starting by showing off Axter's animation. Because he told me that he wanted to make something special for me for my debut. Thank you, Excess. Let me turn on desktop audio real quick. Oops. Alright. So yeah, that was cool. That was fun. My phone is slightly in the way of my thing. But anyway, PowerPoint. How do I do this again? Present? Is that what it was? Was that what it was? Start from beginning, I think. Oh fuck, it's full screen. How did I make it not full screen? Because I remember that being really annoying. No! What the fuck? Camera. End show. Turn camera on. Drawing tools. See all slides. I don't remember how to turn off full screen. Never mind. Never mind. Anyway. So this is slight re-debut. This is also slight, like, yeah. Slight re-debut, slight... God, what the fuck is the word? I don't remember what it was called. But it's basically like the thing where you want to change up your content a little bit to, I don't know, make more sense for you and be a bit more like tightly knit. I've decided that I wanted to change to try and like focus on more horror themed stuff since I am a vampire, and I've been wanting to do that. I'm just a coward. Excuse me, I'm sorry. So, what I plan to do, more art stuff, especially focus on character design and art challenges. As I said before, I'm going to talk about making my own model in this very PowerPoint. More games, I want to try and put more of a focus on horror games or non-horror games, but with an otherwise creepy aesthetic. Seeing as I'm already kind of a horror-themed VTuber, being a vampire and all of this stuff that I already talked about, we're also going to be playing a horror game on stream today. It's going to be the last thing we'll do because I don't know how long we're going to actually stick with it. And that game is going to be Clean Suit, a graphical text adventure horror game with a glitchy lo-fi aesthetic. Trigger warnings for that game, I haven't found a list of them online, but I can make a few educated guesses because the premise of the game is you are home alone and there is someone trying to break into your house and kill you. So, trigger warning for death, home invasions, murder. I watched I did watch the trailer. I can't believe I forgot the word for trailer. I watched the trailer, and I think it might also be a trigger warning for suicide, so lots of death and terrible things and stuff. But we'll be doing it last, so if you think you can't stomach any of those things, you can just leave after we read a story. Like I said, storytelling, read-alongs of old Gothic literature, old fairy tales, creepypastas, Reddit horror stories, anything that falls under public domain or Creative Commons, anything that would be like legal for me to read on stream, possibly also my own writing. I might also try to do some like writing stuff on stream. In fact, there's like one that I have in mind that's like more of a collaborative thing between me and chat. But I don't know if I have an interactive enough chat for that yet. And today we're going to be reading The Telltale Heart, written by Edgar Allan Poe, because that is in fact a horror story, a very short horror story, that is in public domain within the US. I feel like I probably should have also specified that it's got to be public domain in the US so I don't get in trouble. Anyway, here's how I made my 3.0 model. So, first things first, there were a few flaws with my previous designs that I felt like I needed to fix. With this one, the hairstyle was confusing for certain other artists who understand what it was meant to be. It's a half ponytail, but also, this is a detail that you will not be able to see regularly, basically. Only when I'm like turned like this would you even be able to see the ponytail part, and that's not great. Because when it comes to VTuber character design, you know, you don't want your characters to be detailed in the back or under the belt, because it's the front and the top that your audience is going to actually see most of the time. And speaking of the bottom here, I made this very nice, pleated? I don't know how to describe it, but I did make this like really nice pleated looking skirt thing for his jacket, which is not something you're gonna see. Once again, under normal circumstances, the audience is not going to see this part of the jacket. There were some improvements with the 2.0 model. There's now some details on the top here, like with this cape thing here and this hat. Hair, a lot easier for people to comprehend what it is. Still kind of more detailed on the bottom, but it's fine. But my biggest problem with him was that his face, I tried my best to try to match these two faces together. Match his face with like the 1.0 model as much as I could. And as a result, because of the limitations of Vroid, he came off looking kind of childish. And I didn't want him to look so young anymore. So concept art. Things that have stayed in the concept art would be like glasses, like the style of clothing, even if it's not the same clothes. You can see here that he almost still had like the 1.0 model's style of jacket here. And I believe this right here is like kind of what the finalized look of the top half of the jacket looks like. I also think I made his ears a bit more prominent, because in the previous model his ears were like barely visible beyond his hair, but here they're like sticking way out, and I kind of like that because it means that his ears and chin make like this triangular shape now. I got started on my first attempt at the 3.0 model. This was originally going to be another 2D model, and I was originally going to actually... I was originally going to rig it in a different program called Anachi 2D. Here's the thing about Anachi Creator, though. Cat, what are you doing? What do you think you're doing? This brat thinks he can misbehave just because I'm on stream now. Anyway. It was originally going to be a 2D model, and I wanted, like, a bunch of toggles for it and shit. That didn't happen. That didn't happen because, there's, like, what, 2 programs that, Anachi models work in, and that would be Puppet String and Anachi Session. And Anachi Session does not allow for toggles. I think Puppet String does allow for them, but I can't find, for the life of me, just like, listen, there's a reason people still, like, on average use Live 2D over Anachi Creator, and it's because Live 2D has a lot more, like, accessible resources online. Like, there's a lot more, there's way more tutorials on how to use it properly. And with Anachi, there was, like, one cohesive tutorial series, but they were all shorts, and they were all, no commentary, no, like, voice, like, explaining what you're doing. Honest to God, I'm partially considering trying Anachi Session again, not because I want to have a full model in it, but because I want to make a tutorial series myself that's more accessible to other people who are like me. But though, with that being said, it was still, I feel like if you have experience with Live 2D, you could still probably get into Anachi fairly easily. It wasn't like completely... I want this program to succeed, don't get me wrong. It just was not for me in the way it currently was. I drew this reference image thinking that this was the finalized design because it looks fine in a 2D space, but I very quickly realized I did not actually like this weird shawl cape thing that I gave him, and also that when transferring it into 3D, as I ended up having to do, it didn't, the gold parts didn't look quite as good anymore. Some comparisons, there's the 2.0, the 2.0 3.0 hair, kind of 3.0 hair. You may notice that there are less white strands here, and also the white strands are slightly different. And that's because, I don't know why I decided to change that. And then here's the new face. And like I said before, not only did I think that the 2.0 model looked maybe a little boyish, but PowerPoint does this really annoying thing where it will automatically have an AI assign, like, a fucking, like a picture description of any picture you insert into the program, and it kept registering the 2.0 model as a child as well. Fortunately, when I made, even though the changes were, like, kind of minor, the 3.0 model was never registered as a child. It was registered as just a person. So I succeeded in making him look more mature and more like a young adult and not a kid. Here's what I meant by, like, the original plan for the golds parts of the outfit not looking quite as good in 3D. So I ended up having to, like, I guess, lessen the gold. I'm gonna say that. Lessen it. Something else to note is that the hair not original hair, it's just retextured presets, except for the braid, which is still preset, still built off of a preset. There are like 2 braid side hair things, and I just deleted one of them and made this one bigger. I also wanted, once again, like I mentioned, I wanted way more toggles. I wanted hair toggles, I wanted outfit toggles, I wanted more unique expression toggles. That didn't work out, because when it comes to Vroid models, you don't get to have that without the use of a program called Unity. And I cleared out like so much of my laptop's storage space in order to download this fucking thing. And it still wouldn't. It just told me that the installation failed, something went wrong. What went wrong? I don't fucking know. So yeah, here's some what could have beens here that I put together in like the Vroid photo mode real quick. The hair toggle, once again, this right here, just edited hair presets because I still don't know how to make Vroid hair completely from scratch. And then this right here is just the 2.0 outfit with the with the 3.0 face. Also, is it just me, or is the red eyes combined with the white hair really cool? And here's the finalized reference sheet, so you can see the thing better. There are a few things that I also changed that you can't see. You may have noticed that for the most part, the texture for like the skin and face for the 3.0 model is literally just the same one as the 2.0 one, except for his chest area. He originally did not have like oh hi Axru, hi! He originally did not have like these chest scars. He just had like a shadow obscuring his entire chest, and was like, that's kind of weird. That's a weird decision I made. So I decided to actually give him a detailed chest that you're never going to see under normal circumstances. I took a bit because I'm running some errands. That's perfectly fine, Axter. I think you may have missed pretty much the entire PowerPoint, but that's fine. So, other things I want to talk about. I said before, the ears and the chin now make a triangle, which I thought looked nice. Shape theory, cool. The jacket, honestly, I think it might be a weaker jacket than the 1.0 model's jacket was. But in my defense, I didn't know how to make the top part more detailed, aside from like the blouse and the cravat being more detailed. Oh yeah, speaking of the jacket, speaking of that, can I, please? Let me, full body mode again. So like I said, I can't have outfit toggles, but you know what I can do? I can fake an outfit toggle by switching the entire fucking model. That's certainly something I can do. So yeah. Not an outfit toggle, literally just an entire separate 3D model that I also have saved on my PC that I can switch to at any time. Let me switch back real quick. Anyway, this is a really weird, this is a really, like, weird, this is a really weird feeling, just, like, start, reading a horror story now. Very detailed and fluid. Thank you. Wait, actually, no, it's not this. Let me... I need to, like, put on, like, filters and shit in this room because it's so dark. And so that way I actually look like I belong in here. Welcome to the library reading room place. I'm gonna use... The fuck? Hey, wait a minute. Where are my captions? God fucking damn it. Add existing captions. Okay. Oh my god, why are you so fucking big? I love how smooth the model moves. Thank you! That's actually something I did. Image. Also add existing. Fucking add existing, motherfucker. What was it? I don't think it was Jackbox. It was Caption Box. Now! I didn't mean to take the caption fucking box. I mean, take this. Please. Yeah. Okay. I was about to say. Let me make this even smaller. I was about to say. I used to be using, like, my, my laptop's, like, built-in camera. I'm not doing that right now. Right now, I'm using, VTube Studio on my phone. Because even though I don't have an iPhone, it's still technically better tracking than my laptop's camera for obvious reasons. So that's part of why the model is moving so smoothly, though part of it is also just because VC Space has the option to make your model look smooth, because I'm willing to bet, like, if I hadn't been using my phone's camera, it also wouldn't look too bad. Though there are certain downsides to it, because it means that my eye movement is captured individually. So sometimes when I'm trying to blink, I wink each eye individually, and then sometimes when I'm trying to wink like that, it just doesn't register at all. But yeah, you may not... Don't get too used to it all the time, because I'm pretty sure VC Face takes up more resources on my laptop than VMagic Mirror does. So I may end up having to switch to VMagic Mirror when we actually get the game out. Anyway, I should probably mention something. The environments and stuff were not made by me. You can find the, you can find, like, overlays and backgrounds and stuff in the description below. If you happen to find anything that is not credited within the stream, please let me know, because that was probably an accident and not intentional. Anyway, is anyone ready to hear a horror story? So let me get out the Telltale Heart now. Yeah, like I said before, copyright information, the original story is in the public domain within the US. If the original story is not somehow in the public domain in your country, I don't know, perish, I guess? I don't know the legal logistics of watching a video with something that is technically public domain in a situation where, like, the person who made, like, the video or stream is doing it legally. I don't know about that. But it is a very fucking old story, so I don't imagine it's not. Alright. We've got to get into, like, the right mood for this real quick. True. Nervous. Very, very dreadfully nervous I had been and am. But why will you say that I am mad? The disease had sharpened my senses, not destroyed, not dulled them. Above all was the sense of hearing acute. I heard all things in the heaven and in the earth. I heard many things in hell. How, then, am I mad? Hearken, and observe how healthily, how calmly I can tell you the whole story. It is impossible to say how the idea entered my brain, but once conceived, it haunted me day and night. Object there was none, passion there was none. I loved the old man. He had never wronged me. He had never given me insult. For his gold I had no desire. I think it was his eye. Yes, it was this. One of his eyes resembled that of a vulture, a pale blue eye with a film over it. Whenever it fell upon me, my blood ran cold, and so by degrees, very gradually, I made up my mind to take the life of the old man, and thus rid myself of the eye forever. Now this is the point. You fancy me mad. Madmen know nothing. But you should have seen me. You should have seen how wisely I proceeded, with what caution, with what foresight, with what dissimulation I went to work. I was never kinder to the old man than during the whole week before I killed him. And every night, about midnight, I turned the latch of his door and opened it. Oh, so gently. And then, when I had made an opening sufficient for my head, I put in a dark lantern, all closed, so that no light shone out, and I thrust my head in. Oh, you would have laughed to see how cunningly I thrust it in. I moved it slowly, very, very slowly, so that I might not disturb the old man's sleep. It took me an hour to place my whole head within the opening, so far that I could see him as he lay upon his bed. Ha! Would a madman ever been so wise as this? And then, when my head was well in the room, I undid the lantern cautiously. Oh, so cautiously, for the hinges creaked. I undid it just so much that a single thin ray fell upon the vulture eye. I can't read chat right now. I can't be reading chat right now. I gotta lock in. And I did this for 7 long nights. Every night just at midnight. But I found the eye always closed, and so it was impossible to do the work. For it was not the old man who vexed me, but his evil eye. And every morning, when the day broke, I went boldly into the chamber and spoke courageously to him, calling him by name in a hearty tone, and inquiring how he had passed the night. So you see, he would have been a very profound old man indeed, to suspect that every night, just at 12, I looked upon him while he slept. Upon the 8th night, I was more than usually cautious in opening the door. A watch's minute hand moves more quickly than mine did. Never before that night I had felt the extent of my own powers, of my sagacity. I could scarcely contain the feelings of triumph. To think that there I was, opening the door little by little, and he not even to dream of my secret deeds or thoughts. I fairly chuckled at the idea, and perhaps he heard me, for he moved on the bed suddenly as if startled. Now you may think that I drew back, but no. His room was as black as pitch with thick darkness, for the shutters were closed fastened through fear of robbers. and so I knew that he could not see the opening of the door, and I kept pushing it on steadily. I had my head in and was about to open the lantern when my thumb slipped upon the fuck! I had my head in and was about to open the lantern when my thumb slipped upon the fastening, and the old man sprang up in bed, crying out, "Who's there?" I kept quite still and said nothing. For a whole hour I did not move a muscle, and in the meantime I did not hear him lie down. He was sitting up in the bed, listening, just as I have done night after night, hearkening to the death watches in the wall. Presently I heard a slight groan, and I knew it was the groan of mortal terror. It was not a groan of pain or of grief. Oh, no! It was the low stifled sound that arises from the bottom of the soul when overcharged with awe. I knew the sound well. Many a night, just at midnight, when all the world slept, it had welled up from my own bosom, deepening with its dreadful echo the terrors that distracted me. I say I knew it well. I knew what the old man felt, and pitied him, although I chuckled at heart. I knew that he had been lying awake ever since the first slight noise, when he had turned in the bed. His fears had been ever since growing upon him. He had been trying to fancy them causeless, but could not. He had been saying to himself, "It is nothing but the wind in the chimney. It is only a mouse crossing the floor," or "It is merely a cricket which has made a single chirp." Yes, he has been trying to comfort himself with these suppositions, but he had found them all in vain, because death, and approaching him, had stalked with his black shadow before him and enveloped the victim, and it was mournful influence of the unperceived shadow that caused him to feel, although he neither saw nor heard, to feel the presence of my head within the room. When I had waited a long time very patiently, without hearing him lie down, I resolved to open a very, very little crevice in the lantern, so I opened it. You cannot imagine how stealthily, until, at length, a single dim ray, like the thread of the spider, shot from out the crevice and upon the vulture eye. It was open, wide open, and I grew furious as I gazed upon it. I saw it with perfect distinctness, all a dull blue, with a hideous veil over it that chilled the very marrow in my bones. But I could see nothing else of the old man's face or person, for it had directed the ray as if by instinct precisely upon the damned spot. And now I have not told you, and now have I not told you that what you mistake for madness is but over-acuteness of the senses? Now, I say, there came to my ears a low, dull, quick sound, such as a watch makes when enveloped in cotton. I knew that sound well, too. It was the beating of the old man's heart. It increased my fury, as the beating of a drum stimulates the soldier into courage. But even yet I refrained and kept still. I scarcely breathed. I held the lantern motionless. I tried how steadily I could maintain the ray upon the eye. Meantime, the hellish tattoo of the heart increased. It grew quicker and quicker, and louder every instant. The old man's terror must have been extreme. It grew louder, I say, louder every moment. Do you mark me well? I have told you that I am nervous, so I am. And now, at the dead hour of the night, amid the dreadful silence of that old house, so strange a noise as this excited me to uncontrollable terror. Yet, for some minutes longer I refrained and stood still. But the beating grew louder, louder. I felt the heart must burst. And now a new anxiety seized me. The sound would be heard by a neighbor. The old man's hour had come. With a loud yell, I threw open the lantern and leaped into the room. He shrieked once only. In an instant I dragged him to the floor and pulled the heavy bed over him. I then smiled gaily to find the deed so far done. But for many minutes the heart beat on with a muffled sound. This, however, did not vex me. It would not be heard through the wall. At length it ceased. The old man was dead. I removed the bed and examined the corpse. Yes, he was stone dead. I placed my hand upon the heart and held it there many minutes. There was no pulsation. He was stone dead. His eye would trouble me no more. If you still think me mad, you will think so no longer when I describe the wise precautions I took for the concealment of the body. The night waned, and I worked hastily, but in silence. First of all, I dismembered the corpse. I cut off the head and the arms and the legs. And then I took up 3 planks from the flooring of the chamber and deposited it all between the scantlings. I then replaced the boards so cleverly, so cunningly, that no human eye, not even his, could have detected anything wrong. There was nothing to wash out, no stain of any kind, no blood spot whatever. I had been too wary for that. A tub had caught all. Ha ha! When I had made an end of these labors, it was 4 o'clock, still dark as midnight. As the bell sounded the hour, there came a knocking at the street door. I went down to open it with a light heart. For what had I now to fear? There entered 3 men who introduced themselves with perfect suavity as officers of the police. A shriek had been heard by a neighbor during the night. A suspicion of foul play had been aroused. Information had been lodged at the police office, and they, the officers, had been deputed to search the premises. I smiled, for what had I to fear? I bade the gentleman welcome. The shriek, I said, was my own in a dream. The old man, I mentioned, was absent in the country. I took my visitors all over the house. I bade them search well. I led them at length through his chamber. Fuck! Keep stumbling over my words. I led them at length to his chamber. I showed them his treasures, secure, undisturbed. In the enthusiasm of my confidence, I brought chairs into the room, and desired them here to rest from their fatigues, while I myself, in the wild audacity of my perfect triumph, placed my own seat upon the very spot beneath which reposed the corpse of the victim. The officers were satisfied. My manner had convinced them. I was singularly at ease. They sat, and while I answered cheerily, they chatted of familiar things. But ere long, I felt myself getting pale and wished them gone. My head ached, and I fancied a ringing in my ears. But still they sat and still chatted. The ringing became more distinct. It continued and became more distinct. Fuck. No, it really does just repeat that word twice. Okay. I talked more freely to get rid of the feeling, but it continued and gained definitiveness. Oh, fuck. I had a cool idea for this part, but I think I forgot to add the fucking source. I downloaded, like, a heartbeat sound that I was going to put in here and then put on to fuck with people, but I forgot, and I don't feel like doing it now. No doubt I now grew very pale, but I talked with more fluently and with a heightened voice. Yet the sound increased, and what could I do? It was a low, dull, quick sound, much such a sound as a watch makes when enveloped in cotton. I gasped for breath, and yet the officers heard it not. I talked more quickly, more vehemently, but the noise steadily increased. I rose and argued about trifles in a high key and with a violent gesticulations. But the noise steadily increased. Why would they not be gone? I paced the floor to and fro with heavy strides, as if excited to fury by the observation of the men. But the noise steadily increased. Oh God, what could I do? I foamed, I raved, I swore. I swung the chair upon which I had been sitting and grated it upon the boards. But the noise arose all over all and continually increased. It grew louder, 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 and still the men chatted pleasantly and smiled. Was it possible they heard not? Almighty God, no, no, they heard, they suspected, they knew. They were making a mockery of my horror. This I thought, and this I think, but anything was better than this agony. Anything was more tolerable than this derision. I could bear those hypocritical smiles no longer. I felt that I must scream or die, and now, again, hark, louder, louder, louder! Villains, I shriek, dissemble no more! I admit the deed. Tear up the planks! Here, here, it is the beating of his hideous heart! Okay. That was the end. Man, I gotta work on, like, my segues, transitions, or whatever. Anyway, hi everyone that I wasn't able to acknowledge because I was in the middle of reading. Hi Jackie. Hi Boomier. Is that everyone? I think that was everyone that I was not able to acknowledge. I would literally never be able to read like this. I would reread the same sentence. I've been rereading the same sentences. I've been stumbling over my words constantly throughout this. And I have practiced this before. I guess I didn't practice enough. I'm so bad at reading, like my Spanish teacher hated me. Well, that's upsetting. Like, your teachers shouldn't hate you regardless of what your skills are. It's okay, I can't read. Well, that's a lie. Something I've noticed is, like, I swear I have chat. I have a chat box here, and the chat is supposed to be visible. Why isn't it visible? Anyway. Actually, let me stay here because I don't feel like turning the thing off yet. Yippee for being bad at reading. Okay. Part of me kind of wants to take a little bit of a break because I talked for so much and then I read the whole fucking story. I thought it wouldn't be quite as bad because it was such a short story, but no, my throat is kind of wrecked right now. I stumbled over my words constantly, Jackie. What do you mean? Well, I guess not constantly, but like every once in a while. But I guess my reading is good enough that it ended up being a good idea, at least. And are you guys okay if I take a little bit of a break to like rest my voice a little bit? Should also mention I have a limited amount of water right now, so yeah. You should have read. No one is acknowledging my question. I'm going to take a break for like, I don't know, a few minutes. I will see you again soon. Oh shit, I forgot to open VC Face back up. Wait, actually, no, I shouldn't open VC Face back up. I should open... Was that out? I should be opening... V-Magic Mirror. And I should close Life 2D on my phone. Ooh, look at me, I'm a ghost now. I'm invisible. Oh wait, no, I'm invisible because vampires aren't supposed to be like, What the fuck is going on here? Oh, it's loading. Also, somehow the subject of siblings got brought up, which I actually have a lot to talk about because I have a ton of siblings. I have like 7 siblings, and none of us share the same parents, the same 2 parents. We're all, they are all like either half siblings or step siblings. Are your siblings vampires? That's like something that I have like been like debating on, is like there are some like other V2 7 half siblings. Yeah. Well, actually it's 2 step siblings, the rest of them are half siblings. That's hardcore. Is it fun? I don't talk to most of them anymore. I don't live with any of them anymore. Like, I think most of them are adults now and have moved like to their other places and are doing their own shit now. And the other 3 are very young. And I don't really talk. One of them mainly lives with her dad, and I don't talk to her that much unless she's visiting. Last time she visited, we did play Minecraft together, though. That was fun. The other 2, I haven't been in contact with for years because they also live with our dad and stepmom. And I've kind of accidentally, but also kind of on purpose, went no contact with those 2. Another thing that's like relevant, not just like siblings wise, but also content wise, is that I'm not going to be streaming for like the latter half of October because my sister, who lives in another state, decided to get married around that time. And she decided to get married a few days before my birthday too, which I'm not gonna hold against her because I genuinely think that she just forgot again. But yeah, I also have siblings. And I have a ton of them. And I need to actually get Clean Suit open. Once again, why the fuck is this chat not working? I don't understand why my YouTube chat is not working. But anyway, it's not like it'll matter for long. What am I looking for? Where's the folder? Games. Niche.io. Clean Suit. Cleansuit.exe. Alright, what else? What else have we been talking about since I was taking a break? I had a girlfriend from Canada, like online girlfriend at one point. I was the meme, but actually for real. But no one believed me. That's unfortunate. Oh, I think Clean Suit is already like options. Hold on, let me turn full screen off because I don't actually like that. Wow, that's... Ah! Why is it like this? Okay, so this is kind of odd because it lets me turn off full screen, but then It's a bit odd. Hold on. Oh fuck, this is still on that. Hold on. Clean suit. Is the game picture? Yeah, no, it's not fitting correctly. So yeah, it's a little... like, full screen and resolution options are fucking odd. So I turn full screen on, and it's like, yes. It's working as a full screen should. When I turn it off, it's not letting me touch the fucking button. Also, how's the audio? Also, I fucked up and I don't... Hold on. I fucked up and I did not switch from the spout capture to the 3D VTuber. Hold on. There we go. Now you can see me. Oops. Once again, why is chat not working correctly? Man. I'll figure that out next stream or some shit. How's the audio? You know, let me just keep it on full screen. I'll just check my phone every once in a while like I've been doing. How's the audio? Can you still hear me and can you still hear the game? Because there's master volume, music volume, and effects volume. I'm not seeing anyone say that they can't, so I'm gonna presume yes. Should we do a tutorial? I think we should maybe do a tutorial. Because I have not actually played this game yet. I haven't even tested it yet. Progress. What's progress? Is progress like the endings? Oh, ooh, times died, times survived, times... What the fuck? Paths completed. Okay. So yeah, that's like endings and like other counters and shit. Let's go with tutorial. Because I haven't actually played this game yet. Let me move my phone somewhere else. Where do I move my phone to? You stand stock still. Let me put it like in my lap or something. You stand stock still, eyes closed. The character you play as in this game isn't going to act without your input. You can make yourself look at the room you're in at any time by typing look and pressing enter. Look. Ooh. Good. After looking around the kitchen briefly, you notice your hand-drawn map of the house on the counter. That's what you came in here for. Let's take a closer look with the look command. Can you imagine being so directionally challenged that you need a map of your own house? Enter look map. The map sits amongst the crusts and films of your countertop. You put it down here earlier while you were rifling around in your pockets for lint. Time to put it back in your pocket where it belongs. In order to pick up an item, enter get followed by the name of the item. Get map. You picked up the map, taking care to brush the crumbs off of it. You can always check your inventory and see the items that you've picked up. To do this, use the inv command. Try it now. I already know I'm gonna forget like half of these. You look through your pockets and see the following items. Map. This is your inventory, where you store every item you get. You can also always look at individual items in your inventory. Do this if you get stuck, since an item might give you an idea of how to use it. If you give it a closer look, you decide to bask in the splendor of your artwork up close. Look at the map again. Look, map. Ground floor, my house, second floor. It's a map of your house lovingly crafted with crayon and paper. Are we a child? Oh no. Is that why we're so directionally challenged? Consult it whenever you want to check your position in the house, which is marked by the red arrow. Alright, okay, so like my okay, no, that's just the house, that's just like the key for the map keys. So we're here in the kitchen. Alright. All that looking and getting was hard work. Time to head to the living room to sit down. To move from room to room, use the move command, followed by the name of the room. Move living room. Do I have to type up the whole thing? Okay. Okay. You shuffle into the living room, just a little bit further now. Sit in the chair or interact with anything else, just use it. I like that painting. Can I hold on, can I look at the painting? Right now you just want to focus on how best to use the chair. Okay, fuck you, I wanted to experiment. You'll be able to interact with everything else once you're done. If you think you're ready to start and want to skip this, you can return to the main menu and start a new game by pressing the escape key. Okay. Use chair. You flop into the chair with practiced grace, and you feel yourself meld into it slightly. Job well done. If you ever need a reminder of how things work, don't forget you can always type help and press enter. Lastly, you can pause the game using the escape key at any time. Press enter to start the game. Enter. You recline in your easy chair. I don't like that. It is late and your living room is lit only by harsh fluorescent light from the lamp behind you. There's a slight draft in the room that chills you, and the thought of your warm bed begins to form in your mind. Suddenly, you hear pounding at the door, feet from you, causing you to jolt. As your heart races, you think, who could that be? You suppose you had better take a look. Look. Door. It looms ominously now that you suspect someone sinister may lurk behind it. There's a peephole that you never thought you'd need to use. Look. Peep. Peep. Peephole. Fuck. Oh god. With a jolt of panic, you see a tall man in a clean suit, standing motionless on the other side of the door. His face is utterly impassible, and his eyes are fixed in front of him. In his left hand, you can just make out the top of a suitcase. You experience an impulse to bar the door and run. What do I do? It can't be used door because... Hold on. It cannot be used door because... Then, I'm pretty sure that would just open the door. It does suggest bar the door and run. I don't know. I think we would need to get a bar for that. Genuinely speaking, I don't know what to do next. And I don't have the fucking map memorized. Fuck me. I don't know what to do next. I think I should maybe press move living room, but I'm not sure if that's a good idea. Maybe I could find a knife in the kitchen. I don't entirely know. Move. Fuck. Move. Living room. That's where you already are, dummy. Okay. How do I move away from the door? Move. Kitchen? This is where you push food into your mouth, sometimes after cooking it, often before. Stains and spills dot the floor, walls, and the countertop lining the wall. On the counter sits a toaster, a blender, and a knife block. Standard kitchen appliances fill the room, including your refrigerator, sink, and a stovetop/oven. Behind you is a door to the basement. To your right is a door to the backyard. Look. Knife? Sharp and shiny. You? Knife? You'd have to grab it first. Okay, grab knife. I'm already forgetting, like, all of the fucking commands there are. Oopsies. You pull the knife from the block like some sort of King Arthur. Trumpets blare and women swoon at your incredible feat. Just don't stab yourself. Okay. Move. Living room. Is he still there? Look, door. Look. Peep. Hole. You can make out a teeny bit of your front porch, but everything else is shrouded by darkness. Okay. Move. Living room. Did he enter through... Oh, fuck. That's the wrong. Move kitchen. Excuse me. I wonder, did he enter through the basement? The low light of the basement reveals the washer, dryer, a tool bench, and a few scattered odds and ends, including an oversized piñata of your head and a can of gas. For a moment, you have an insane desire to grab your clothes out of the dryer and start acting as though nothing is wrong. I think I just heard a door open. Or is that just the music? Look. Dryer. Your dryer still full of your clothes from days ago. To the left of it is a bottle of ammonia. I'm gonna go ahead and do what it suggested and pretend nothing is wrong, because I do have a weapon right now. Oh, you get your clothes out of the dryer and try to delude yourself that your life is not in immediate danger. Everything's going pretty well until you try to carry a massive armload of clothes upstairs, fall back down, breaking your neck. That was such a stupid way to fucking die. Oops. This is why I don't like a choose your own adventure games. Why was this the game I chose? God. Look. Door. Look. Peep hole. I wonder if it's possible if we can just ignore, like, the door completely. But I guess that's something we'll have to do next time. Move. Kitchen. Look. Knife. Grab. Knife. Okay. Move. Living room. And I already know he's not there. Let's go upstairs. To your left, the stairs to the first floor stretch down, ending in the door you'd like to get as far away from as possible. You see doors to the bathroom and bedroom, a gas mask that's lonely in the corner. I feel like it might be a good idea to grab a gas mask, because that seems like something really odd to have. Why do you have a gas mask again? Oh yeah, you were going to go urban exploring that one time and didn't want to breathe in lots of horrible chemicals. Never did end up doing that though. Sat on your ass and ate trash instead. Been sitting here in the hallway since. You pick up the gas mask. Can I also use mask? You fit the gas mask over your face. Okay. Move. Let's go into the bathroom. A sight of many showers and long contemplations. After a quick glance around and a few panicked thoughts, you decide that barricading yourself in here isn't the best idea. You see your sink, toilet, and shower. Okay. Move. Is it like stairs? Move stairs. I think you hear a soft thud in the distance. Move bedroom. Normally, this room made you feel safe without even realizing it. Now, that feeling is tainted and you feel worse and more trapped in here than anywhere else. You see a few furnishings, including your bed and bedside table, your closet, your trophy case, and a painting. Can I use door? That just left... You know that's not what I fucking meant. I meant to close the door. Move bedroom. Excuse me? Close door? No need to do that. What the fuck do you mean, no need to do that? I want to barricade myself. Hold, move closet? I think that's a closet over there. You open the closet. The inside of your closet is barren, but for a flashlight on the ground and a poster on the wall. You do really squeeze your wardrobe down to the last article before doing your laundry. Scurry into the closet like a trapped rat and close the door softly behind you. After waiting a few minutes, you decide you spent enough time in this musty box. There's a creaking of the floorboards that sounds awfully close. You swish the knife through the air. Take that, air. Okay, fuck off. You open the closet. Move. Closet. You scurry into the closet like a trapped rat and close the door softly behind you. Oh. Use knife. Using a katana, he relieves you of your cumbersome limbs one by one before finally slicing off your head. Turns out that the stories were true, and that you do actually stay conscious for a few seconds after your head is separated. The acquisition of this knowledge isn't quite enough to make the situation enjoyable. You'll have to move through the house more efficiently if you want to have a chance. Wait, after he leaves, like, the front door, can we just leave then? Hold on. I want to at least win once. I want to succeed once, okay? Look. Door. Look. Peep. Hole. Move. Kitchen. Look. Knife. Grab. Knife. Move. Living room. Look. Door. Look. Peephole. Use door. Fuck me! You unlock and push open the door, hoping that something other than what's about to happen will happen to you. But it doesn't. The man draws a knife from a pocket in the clean suit and raises it through the air in one movement. You'll see a flash of silver, a flash of red, and then nothing at all. Okay. I'm gonna be real here. I'm about to rage quit and do like the one suicide ending that I saw from the trailer, I think. Look. Door. Look. Peep. Hole. Move. Kitchen. Wait, can I use the door to the backyard? Move back. Yeah. Move. Backyard. You would need to open the door first. Grab toaster. Move living room. Move up stairs. Move bathroom. Use bathtub. Look, if you didn't have time for this morning, you certainly... Fuck you. I saw the trailer. I know I could do this. Okay. What do you mean? What? You open the back door. Beyond is impenetrable darkness. Without a source of light, you won't be able to see what you're doing. Okay. I think I remember seeing a source of light. Actually, I think it might have been in the basement. Sure dryer. Okay, maybe not. Maybe it's in my room. Sure dryer, tool bench, and a few scattered odds and ends, including an oversized pinata, clean up glass, gas. For a moment, you have an insane desire to grab your clothes out of the dryer and start acting as though nothing is wrong. I wonder if maybe there's a lantern that needs the gas. A gas with a little spare a gas can with a little spare gas for your car. You only used it once. That time you put off an empty tank warning and couldn't get the car to move out of the driveway for an emergency ice cream run. You filled the can after that, so it should be ready to go. You're looking around this can now. Look. Tools. Look. Tool box. Okay. Move. Kitchen. Move. Living room. Move. Upstairs. Oh, fuck! Defenseless, you try to make a run for it, but you instantly trip over yourself as you're getting stabbed to death. You wonder if you might have benefited from a few points in agility. You'll have to move through the house more efficiently if you want to have a chance. Okay. You know what? The last thing I want to do, because I'm getting kind of sick of this game already, I mean, I'm starting to form, like, a puzzle in my mind of, like, what I'm supposed to do, but I kind of don't feel like completing it. If you want to see the end of this game, I'm sure there's probably, like, some sort of playthrough somewhere, a complete one. But anyway, because I noticed this in the options menu, I just want to try something real quick. You crack up a fart with such force that it reverberates around the room slightly. You worry that it might have been so loud that it gave your location away to the intruder. How many times can I do this? Fart. 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 I'll quit now. I'll quit now. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this. Did not go off quite as smoothly as expected, but honestly, what does? If you want to support me, I have a Ko-fi now. It is Damian Ivory VT. I also have a Throne, which is probably also Damian Ivory VT. If you want to follow me on other social medias, and honestly, all of the links are like in my YouTube description. Just look at those. And without further ado, sleep tight.